Alright guys, so we've got the reaction tackle 100-pound test that we're going to be pulling up on our next reel. Camo green right here. We're doing a 14-aught. Oh man, this thing's a beast. Now, before we get started, I wanted to point out a few things. It is warped. You can see where I could catch the bevel on this side and more on this side. This is not good for reels, so you cannot put a whole bunch of mono on it because they'll keep warping out. And even more when you're fighting a fish. And you definitely don't want that to happen during tournament time because that can cost you having to let the fish go for a bit. Or you're going to have to handline it, which will disqualify you because nobody can help you until they can grab the leader.
Gotta bite, gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I gotta line. I'ma call the whole team.
There we go. Zero out the line counter. There we go. And as you can tell guys, this is solid braid. I'm still wrapping the spool 8 to 10 times or a little more. And I'm doing a uni knot over here, leaving a longer tag in. Then I'll go and cinch it down. This is still a form of my anaconda knot. And you see how it's gripping the spool before it cinches and tightens down, which is great. Tighten the drag, engage it. Let's go and get her done. Whoa, what is all of that? Oh, it's all the coloring over here. You can see it on the spool handle right here. It's all the coloring that's building up. And it came off of the reel. Alright, here we go. Continuing on. It's 100 yards on this 14-aught. Still gonna rock and roll it. I'm at 300 yards and still rolling. And that's 400 yards right there. A long way to go. That's 500 yards. 600 yards, and the reason why I keep stopping every 100 yards is so that way maybe you can remember that when you're fighting a fish, damn, I might be at this level and stuff like that, especially when you don't have any markers on it. So 700 yards. $900 yards. $1,000 yards, 100 on here. Still rolling. $1,100 yards. And I'm fingering it up over here above this side just because I got no space to do it over here safely. So. $1,300 yards, and we are still rocking and rolling over here. Nice. $1,400 yards. $1,500 yards. At 1,515 yards, and it did have coloring, but it's not tacky, it's dry, so it all came off all over. And we're putting on the 120-pound mono of the reaction tackle on there. So let's see how this works out. There we go. Showing you I tested the knot right there. Now time to cut off the tag ends, which we don't need anymore. There we go. I'll fill her up now. Well, that'll come out in a minute. I'm going to tell you why. Alright, so they got 441 yards of monofilament on here. However, this is not enough. He wanted them maxed out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, now that I've got this in play, I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with the braid and then flip those two over to get the mono back on top. So I'm going to go with a different color just so he knows what he's kind of playing with, because I mean it's going to have to be knotted on there anyway. So this will be our best bet to kind of give him some kind of markers on his reel. He knows how much the mono is. Now we're going to put him this second portion, and that way if he hits that last 1,500 he knows where he's at. There we go, fill her up. Now we're going to go ahead and cut this knot off because I'm going to tie it to the mono or to the braid once I flip it one more time. Alright guys, so solid side, I'm going to go uni to uni. Alright, here we go. Final fill up. We've got 1,500 and, what was it? 1,500, a little over 1,500 yards of the original braid. So I'm just going to put 1,500 round up, or round down should I say. Then we're going to find out how much of this other reaction tackle we had left over from the first spool. And we'll keep it going. Alright guys, so the 1,500 plus the 300 we got now is 1,800 yards. Still rocking. $1,900. $2,000 yards, 100. 2,100. 2,300 yards of 100-pound test total. That is awesome. $2,733 yards total. Wow, that is nice. And still, I mean, he had room for more mono, but that's all he had on the spool. And I'm not trying to put a knot into mono, especially on the top end like this. So it's just gonna have to work with it. And I couldn't put more in between the two braids because then it would be a little knot to a little, or a small section to more of that. So no, not cool. So got it set up at right there.